Hello everyone, my name is Prakash Kuchadia, final year CSE student from Atria Institute of Technology. I am here to present Embedded System Internship Project from Emertc conducted in November-December. My project is based on washing machine simulator. Okay, so let's start with the project explanation. So what we have learned in this internship? What is C language? C is a general purpose procedural computer programming language supporting structured programming, lexical variable scope, and recursion with a static type system. It is a general purpose language even though it is applied and used effectively in various specific domains. It is a free formatted language and it is efficient as well as portable. So next we have where C is used. C is very easy to understand and it is very easy to implement in various places. So basically C is used in embedded software development, system software development, OS kernel development, file system development, firmware, middleware and driver development and many other places. So next we have syntax of C programming. Starting with documentation, it is a section in which consists of set of comments line given the name of the program and other details. Next we have processor statement. It is a processor that is used automatically by the C compiler to transfer your program before actually compilation starts. After that we have global declaration. These are the global variables that are defined outside a function, usually on the top of a program. So next we have the main code. Without main code, we cannot run the code. It is necessary that we should declare main function. After that, we have function body. This is the area where we write how the program functions. Basically, a function body is a compound statement contains the statement that specify what the function does. So here data type is divided into two categories, integral and floating. Integral is further divided into two, int and character, where int is integer and char is character. Integer consists of usually 2 or 4 bytes and that depends on compiler, whereas character consists of 1 byte memory size. After that we have floating. Floating is further divided into two, float and double, where float is having a memory size of 4 and double consists of 8 byte of memory size. Next we have conditional constructs. They are further divided into two types, single iteration and multiple iteration. Single iteration have if and switch case. If consists of three things, if else and if else. That is the family of if, where if is checking the condition that it is true or false and then executing. After that we have switch case. If there is a match, the match corresponding statement is executed. In the for loop, the variable is less than or greater than counter variable value. If statement is true, then the loop body will be executed and the loop variable gets updated, and this loop repeats till the condition are satisfied, till wherever the condition are satisfied. In while loop, the body is executed if and only if the condition is true. Whereas in do while loop, first the loop body statement are executed, then the condition is tested. If it has true, then the entire loop is executed again. Next, now let us see what is an embedded system. So what is embedded system? An embedded system is a microcontroller or microprocessor based system of hardware and software designed to perform specific functions in large mechanical or electronic system. What are the examples of that? Industrial boards, GPS, digital cameras, photocopies, microwave, etc. So basically it is a system which includes both hardware and software. Next, we have categories of embedded system. There are 5 types of embedded system. First one, stands alone embedded system. It consists of 2 types: slave and independent embedded system. Here, slave embedded system is also called as blind embedded system, since it follows the instruction provided by the user as the user says. For example, semi-automatic washing machine. Now we have independent embedded system. Is It is opposite to slave embedded system, as it takes necessary action itself when required. For example, we have automatic washing machine or a Tesla car, you can say. After that, we have real-time embedded system. It is also called time-bound embedded system because they have to take necessary actions within the specified time. For example, we consider airbags. Airbags of a car. When the cars have accidents, the airbag will open as soon as it detects accidental collision. The third one, we have networked embedded system. They are basically a wired or wireless connected embedded system. Fourth one, we have mobile embedded system. Here mobile refers to as a movable. So movable embedded system, for example, we can take as car, laptop, mobiles, etc. Next, fifth one, we have hybrid embedded system. It consists of a mixed features of the above mentioned embedded system, for example, a mobile phone or a car. Now we have embedded system components. The main components of the embedded system is CPU, and for this CPU, we are getting input from the sensors. The sensors value can be the sensors value can be of analog form or digital form. When an analog signal is received, it is first converted to digital by AD conversion or AD converter. After CPU processes the data, the DA converter again converts the digital signal to analog signal and send it to the actuators. All these components over here assist the CPU and help the functioning of the components to perform specific tasks. All these components over here will help to perform the CPU or the specific task provided by the users. So now let us see the requirements of the microcontroller or microprocessor. First one is the reliability, means it should be able to consistently perform well. Next, second one is cost efficient, means it should not be too much expensive, means, and should be available for cheaper prices. Third, it should also consume less power, so lower power consumption is required in this. Fourth one, it should use memory efficiently without wasting memory size, and the program should be able to execute using the memory, means the program should be executable in the given memory. Fifth one is processing power. This means the processing power should also be efficient, and which means the processing power should also be used efficiently, whichever the power is being used. After that is real time aspects. The 3 types are hard real time, soft real time, and firm real time. In hard real time, the embedded system should meet its deadline. This type of embedded systems are developed in the system where human life is critical. And then next we have in soft real time, these embedded system have tolerance in meeting its deadlines, means it can be have a tolerance in meeting the deadline. Critical deadline is not applicable here. Firm real time, it is similar to hard real time, but it is related to properties or investment. For example, we are launching a product. If the sales are good, then the product is successful, but if the sales are not sufficient, then the product is facing a loss. So after that, now the problem statement is as follows: to develop a washing machine interface and stimulate it, which displays and allows user to select different types of washing machine models on presenting digital keypad and water levels on the press. On starting the machine, it should display function running and remaining time it should display, and also it should stop when the lid is open. For this project, I am using the following softwares: MPLab X IDE version 5.50, and other software I am using is XC8 compiler, which is also a part of MPLab. After that, I am using a PixSim Lab, means which is a simulator, PixSim simulator. In this project, I am using PIC16F877A microcontroller, which has a bandwidth of 8 bits, and its pin count is 40 pins, and there are 33 pins in total, which are for input and output. Program memory is 14.3 kilobytes. CPU speed is 5 million instructions per second. RAM size is 368 bytes. EEPROM size is 256 bytes. So this is the architecture board of the PIC16F877A microcontroller. The core part of this PIC-SIM microcontroller is the PIC16F877A microcontroller. It is connected to RS232 LEDs, buzzer, digital keypad, 7-segment display, matrix keypad, CLCD, 2 ADC, and LM35 temperature sensor with I2C EEPROM and few GPIO input output. Next we have light emitting diode or short LEDs. These are the simplest device used in most of the embedded applications as feedback. Works just like a diode. Unlike other diodes which dissipates energy in the form of heat, in LED the energy is dissipated in the form of heat and light. So it consumes low energy, longer life. It has a longer life, smaller size, and it is a faster. Switching makes it usable in wide application fields like home lighting, remote control, surveillance, display, and many more. So next we have character liquid crystal display, CLCD. It is an alphanumerical LCD display module, meaning can display alphabets and number value. Consists of 4 rows and each row can print 16 character. Basically it is a 16 cross 2 or 16 cross 4. So basically cross 2 and cross 4 means number of lines. So 4 lines means it is 16 cross 4, and 2 lines means it is 16 cross 2. Can work in both 8-bit and 4-bit mode. It is having from D0 to D7 as they are the data transfer lines. RS0 instruction register, 0 is for instruction register and 1 for data register. It enables pin and read write pins are also available over there. Next we have tactical switches. They are commonly used in push button keys. We can find them in many applications such as gaming, controller, mobile phones, etc. And there are two types of operations in this: level trigger and edge trigger. Where level trigger, when we press the tactile switches, then it will continuously increase the value. Whereas in edge trigger, it will if we'll continuously press the trigger, it will only increase the value by 1. Suppose for level trigger example, we can take it as a headphone. We are using earphones. For that, when we press and hold the button, the volume will continuously increase. And whereas in edge trigger, suppose we are switching on a TV, we are using a TV remote while we are pressing the TV power on button, or if we have kept the button pressed, it will switch on. That's it. After that, it will be only functioning once. It won't respond to the long press. So switch bouncing effect is caused when we press a switch push button or toggle switch or a micro switch. Two metal parts come into contact to short the supply, but they don't connect instantly. The metal parts connect and disconnect several times before the actual stable connection is made. So for this, we have to use a delay or a flip-flop, this which can be overcome. Switch bouncing effect which can be overcome by using a delay or a flip-flop. An array is a tactile switch from a digital keypad. Next we have interrupt service routine. It tells the process or controller what to do when interrupt occurs. In case of interrupt, whenever an external input delay or a sub process finishes its task, it alerts the machine process through the interrupts. Interrupts can be caused because of hardware or software changes. In our project, we require timer to create an interrupt once the working of washing machine process is over. For this, I am using timer 2 of the PIC microcontroller. Now we have fan as an analogy to represent the washing machine washing process such as spin, delay or dry. I have to use the fan over there. And then we have the buzzer. I have used to indicate when the door of the washing machine is open or when the program is completed, and it should make a buzzing noise. So now we finally have the program flowchart. For starting, we have the main header file of each device drivers. The main header file is included into the main.c program. Next, various variables are declared. Here we have declared reset mode programs, water level array, program number and water level, washing time and dry time. All these are included in this area. Inside the main function, we call the configure init function. Further, in internal calls, the other configure init functions of the digital keypad functions are called. Basically, in configure init files, there is one more configure or more than that configure init functions like keypad, LCD, fans, and buzzer, timer, etc. All these are present. They are called within that. After that, next we have to show starting screen where we display the starting messages like power on or a message while starting the washing machine. Next we have to wait until key 5 is pressed to start or power on the washing machine. Till that, it is stuck inside a while loop. So basically this while loop will continuously run to check whether we have pressed the key or not, or the user have entered the key 5, or else if we don't use this while loop, the program will terminate within few milliseconds. After the power is switched on, the machine performs various functions and it displays based on the operating model. Operations made in that, it will be displayed. This is how the program functions. Next we have the project demo.
This window is PiximLab window. Initially, we have to load the hex file which we have already created. So let us go to File, Load Hex, and my file name is washing machine hex production.hex. So click on it, open. Now the loading is successful. Now it is showing that press key 5 to power on the washing machine. So I am clicking on key 5 which is RB4. Let me press it. Now my washing machine is powering on washing machine. So let me select these are the washing machine programs. We can select any of these programs by clicking on RB3 which is key 4. If I click on it, next one will come up like this: stainless wash, eco cotton, woolen, bed sheets, rinse plus dry, dry only, wash only, aqua store, like this. I will click on delicates now. We can select this by long pressing RB3 which is key 4. I will click on it. literally long press now. Yes. Now it is coming water level. Here also we can do the same thing by clicking on key 4. We can navigate through the options like this one, like this. Here medium, high, max, auto. Let me click on low. I will long press on this key. We can select low now. Yes. Now we can start by clicking on switch pi. We can stop by clicking on switch 6. Let me click on switch 5. It will start. Look at this. 26 seconds. My washing machine has started washing. Here it will show the function. It's washing. We can stop the washing machine by clicking on switch 6. Now it's rinsing. Now it's spinning. After my machine got finished, buzzer will ring.